Hi everyone, Teresa here. So excited to be here and do my DIY on tea tree oil. For any of you that don't know me, I'm a registered health coach and I believe in using natural medicine to help me support just a healthier way of living and also support me when times come along where I need some extra support. And instead of reaching to medication, I love to reach to natural solutions. And so essential oils are an amazing way to bring those in your home. And so today I want to talk to you about two DIYs that are fairly simple to make. One super simple and one will take a little wee more effort, but they're both really worth having. So the first roll I wanted to talk about is just a really simple antifungal foot roll-on. For some of you may have experienced a fungal infection of your foot. Could be something like ringworm, maybe you have a nail fungus. If you've never experienced it, awesome for you. If you have experienced it, this can be really helpful. So all you need is a 10 ml roller bottle, and we're going to use tea tree because that's what I'm going to talk about today. So tea tree DIY, also called Melaleuca. That's the plant's actual name. And now many of us just know it as tea tree, but it's also referred to as Melaleuca. So what you need is 22 drops, and you just put 22 drops in your roller. And then you also need lavender. Lavender is a great all-round oil, and you put 8 drops of lavender, and then the rest you fill up with fractionated coconut oil. So again, 22 drops of 22 drops of tea tree and 8 drops of lavender. And you're just gonna put it in a roller bottle, 10 ml roller bottle, fill it up with the fractionated coconut oil, and then shake it up. And before you use it, always give it a little bit of a shake to make sure that everything's great. And then you can apply that on your foot, along the nail bed, and you can also sort of massage it onto your nail. I would always recommend sort of when you use the roller on a fungal infection, do not use this roller on your foot that doesn't have it. It shouldn't really travel, but just better be safe than sorry. So that's one DIY number one with tea tree. That's really great and can be really helpful. And again, personally, I've used it and find it incredibly helpful and powerful. So that's one. Now number two is a whipped cough and chest congestion rub. So like a little whipped cough and cold rub, really. And so what you need for that is an empty glass amber jar. So you can put it in there. And I'm gonna need a couple of different oils for it, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. And of course, tea tree is one of the oils you'll need. And you need some shea butter. I recommend 100% organic and 100% shea butter. Make sure it's 100% shea butter. I use a brand called Now Solutions, which I trust and find is great. And then you need some good organic coconut oil. And so I use my coconut oil for cooking and all sorts of different things. I always recommend to always go with raw, organic, and virgin cold pressed coconut oil. And the reason is it's because it's much better quality, and you just want to avoid that there's anything else in your coconut oil other than coconut oil. So stay away from deodorized coconut oils. It's worth spending the extra money on this and getting the good stuff. You need less of it, and it's better for you. So that's the things that you need. And so the oils we're going to put into our cough syrup, I'm calling it, our cough and chest rub. Wow. Okay, so obviously tea tree, and tea tree is antimicrobial. It's an antiviral. And it's really great to help with congestion, as it helps as an expectorant. So it's really great when you have coughs or when you feel really congested in your chest. So we're going to use tea tree for it. We're also going to put in peppermint. Peppermint is a great anti-inflammatory, so it also helps to soothe pain, and it's antibacterial. So that's a great oil to put in, and it's part of your top 10. we're going to put in lemon, another top 10 oil. And lemon is a great oil that can help to slow down wheezing, and it just generally helps with your colds and coughs and other respiratory problems, and it also had some re-energizing properties to it. So lemon is great. We're going to put in some lavender, another one of your top 10 oils. And so lavender is really great. And as you know, when you have a cold or cough or a chest congestion, it can sometimes be really difficult to sleep. So lavender in this case, I'm adding because I find it really helps to promote a peaceful night of sleep. Now, there's a small amount of people that lavender has an opposite effect. So if you are one of those people, and lavender energizes you, just skip it. Okay, you can just leave it out. And then the last oil that is not part of the top 10, but that I really like to add is eucalyptus. And eucalyptus is another antimicrobial, and it's a great expectorant as well. And it's just really good for your respiratory system. So I like to add that. So the recipe. So what you need is a quarter cup measure. You're going to need a glass bowl and a spatula. And you're going to need a good old hand mixer. As you can see, there's some of that whipped vapor up on here because I just made some. And so what you do is you measure a quarter of a cup of shea butter and a quarter of a cup of the organic coconut oil. And you want them to be at room temperature. And you're going to put them in your quarter cup. Put them in the glass bowl, and then you're gonna just take the hand mixer and you just mix it up, and you're gonna start to see it feeling really whipped. So you're gonna start to see the sort of consistency, and I hope you can sort of see this, but it's nice and whipped. So you start with that. You whip it for probably 30 seconds to a minute, and then you're going to just put all your shea butter and coconut sort of back into the center, and then you're going to add the oils. So we're going to put in 7 drops of Melaleuca tea tree oil. We're going to put in 7 drops of peppermint. Going to put in 7 drops of eucalyptus. You're going to put in 4 drops of lemon, and you're going to put in 5 drops of lavender. Now, if you don't have eucalyptus, no problem. You can make this without the eucalyptus as well, and you could just change it. So if you are prone to have a lot of issues with congestions or sore throats, then what I would recommend is to just go with 10 drops of tea tree, 10 drops of peppermint, 5 drops of lemon, and 5 drops of lavender. So there's different options that you can make it. And also, you've just heard about Breathe as well. We did a video on that. So there's another option to use Breathe instead to make your whipped option of the rub as well. But that's a really great another option that you can use that makes it in a roller, which you just learned. So this one I like to use sort of creamy things sometimes, and I find it really helpful to have a few different oils in there to help with different stuff. So you put the oils in one at a time. You're gonna get your hand mix out. You mix it again for another minute or two. Push everything sort of back into the middle of the bowl. Mix it again. And then all you have left to do is really use it and put it in your jar. And once it's in your jar, and you can see I'm just putting it in the jar, and it can get a little bit messy, so you might want to use the rest of it. But once it's in the jar, you just close it up. Whoops. You just close it up, and you can keep it. You want to keep it in a cool place, and it lasts for a couple of months. So that's really great. You want to just keep it in a cool temperature. So I usually keep it in just my drawers in the bathroom, which tend to be a bit cooler. If it is hot in your home, you can also keep it in the fridge, but it might just get a little hard in the fridge. So maybe just something to think about. So if you are using it, you might have to take it out beforehand. And generally, I wouldn't recommend putting your oils in the fridge. But just in case you live in a very hot part of the world, you may have to go to that. And that's my DIY for today. I hope you found it helpful to learn what you can use the amazing tea tree oil for, other than what I covered in my video. So thanks so much for watching, and I know this was a little bit longer. Have a wonderful day, and I hope this helps you get through the fall feeling clear and fresh. Thank you. Bye, guys.